Hello YouTube, I hope you're doing fantastic. In order to climb out of low MMR, you need to learn fundamentals. Straight up, that simple. In this video, I show you what fundamentals exist, how important it is, and also how you utilize it in your games. I always put high value on YouTube because I want you to climb. So enjoy this video and I hope you learn a lot with this again. Now keep in mind that beginning of August, I'm going to Greece. So in 1 month, I'm going to Greece for my Greece bootcamp. We're currently 7 people, and if you want to join me in Greece, then message me on Discord, because you can have a vacation, an entire week of full coaching and experience, seeing how Greece is, experiencing the food, going to the gym together, going to the sea together, and improving in League of Legends and personal development. If you want to do all of these, message me now on Discord. It is in the description. In 1 month, we already can be in Greece together. Make sure now to enjoy this video. All these fundamentals will help you climb as it helped me to climb. I wish you the absolute best and much love.
My blade is yours.
We have here the jungle fundamentals. We have numbers advantage, champion specific strengths. That is very important. When to gank farm, communication, wave management, playing for win condition, clearing only one side mid-late game. I'm going to showcase again what I mean with that. That means in the mid-late game, a lot of people stop farming, which is terrible, and they end up just following their team straight ARA mid lane. And you can avoid that by playing it correctly. There's also other junglers that are in the mid-late game when it looks like this, they are basically full clearing. So they full clear like this, okay? And then they participate, they end up being on Wolves or Grump, and then they realize, what the fuck, my team got engaged, the game is already lost, fuck my team. They don't wait until I'm finished, right? That's a mistake. The fundamental here, playing only one side for the mid-late game, is that after minute 20, most of the times you need to go one side, so you path inwards towards your team, and then you can participate in the fight. Once the fight is finished, and now your team is resetting, so your ADC, let's say, goes to base because he wants to buy an item. There's not going to be a fight and you don't want a fight. Then you clear outwards, means inside of your nexus, reset, and then from base again, you clear the other side. So basically, you're permanently clearing your jungle whilst permanently being available on fight. This fundamental is important for the mid-late game macro. With that being said, then we to talk about optimal resets, fight on power spikes, and lane priors before objectives. That means if there's an objective, let's say you are blue team and it looks like, let me reset that real quick so it's clear. Let's say you are blue team and you want to go for the dragon. Then a lot of people just walk up and start the dragon, right? Some people try to find a gank, they don't find a gank, and then they walk up and do the dragon. Terrible. What you should do is get priorities. Priority means your laner has the first move, and you need to often, your mid laner, let's say, cannot force the priority. So what they do is they're gonna fully shove in the wave with you, because then you have the fundamentals, the fundamental numbers advantage, and through numbers advantage, usually the enemy jungler is busy for a little bit longer, right? It's hard for the enemy mid lane to contest. So the wave will be pushed in. It's very easy to push in waves. And then you rotate with your mid laner towards the dragon. Same situation goes with your bot lane. You can also siege through bot lane. What is important here is that you can only do the dragon when you're sure that the 4v4 situation you win and you can secure the dragon. If that is not given, or your mid laner doesn't follow you, you need to avoid the objective and play for something else or go for ganks. In some situations, even give up the objective. But if you want to play for an objective, you always need to get the priority of the lane first. And now to the tier list. Okay. We're gonna have S, we have Z, S, A, and B tier, okay? These are the tier lists. I'm gonna make this very basic for you. What is the most important? Because people wanted me to do an fundamental jungle tier list. Numbers advantage is, and now you can all climb already, the biggest fundamental in the entire game, the most important, and people don't respect it until Challenger Year, and you can actually extremely easily climb League of Legends by just respecting this one singular jungle fundamental, and then you're never hard stuck, never losing because of the team, and life is actually extremely easy, and it was never that hard. Wait, who said that? Z tier. Numbers advantage is absolute Z tier. Champion specific strengths. This, my friends, is Udyr, for example, cannot invade level 1. But after his full clear is finished, he can forcefully invade. Katos finishes clear fast and then forces on enemy chickens. Hecarim forces on enemy chickens with even numbers. He wins with even numbers because it's champion specific strengths. Elise, tower diving. Master Yi, tower diving. Master Yi, duelist. 1v1, champion specific strengths. The story repeats itself. You have a champion and they are good at something extraordinary, well on something, which leads to people saying your champ is broken. If I play Master Yi, all his strengths are enabled. His weaknesses are removed. That's why people say, holy shit, Master Yi is broken when they play against me. You make your champion broken by knowing champion specific strengths. Same reason why you can go to rank 1 with any champion in the entire game. So this is crucial, that is champion mastery. I'm gonna put it on S tier for now. Next fundamental, when to gank, when to farm. This is some very basic knowledge. I'm gonna ask you, chat, when do you think is a good timer to gank, when to farm? To a basic quick answer for that. And then I'm gonna first focus on the next topic, and then I'm gonna see what you guys have to say. Numbers advantage is not only a jungle thing, no, it's for other roles too, especially important for jungle and support. It's for every role, yes. But for jungle and support, it's the most important. Especially for jungle, because you as a jungler decide when you go for a fight. A mid laner that gets ganked can't decide much. He needs to still get his wave, still defend tower, right? A jungler decides what fight is being taken. After full clear, depends on champion, Nunu gank first if camps up farm. Okay. Gank if kill is safe. Boom, you got it. You're the only one who got it right. Ganking after full clear might be correct. Nunu gank when possible might be correct. Gank when it's a kill is correct. Gank when you get summoner is wrong. You should go for ganks when you're getting an extremely high chance of getting a successful outcome, which is a kill for the jungler. A kill for a top laner and a flash is a fine outcome. Kill for jungle, good outcome. Because you're potentially missing out on CS. You want to first finish all your camps, full clear, and then go for a gank. Often you cannot. That's why sometimes I'm forced to go for level 3 gank. Forced to go for an invade. Because you cannot always clear. You are forced to go for ganks or counter ganks sometimes. But the goal, dream scenario is to get your camps done, so they're on respawn timer. And once you did your job, then you go for a play and gank. So, when to gank, when to farm, I would say is... I would say it's Z tier as well. It's one of the very rare Z tiers. I mean, you guys need to keep in mind. If you learn these 3 fundamentals, numbers advantage, when to gank farm, when champion specific strengths, everyone should be minimum emerald. Even bronze players. Those 3, learn to perfection, boom, emerald. It is that simple. Because you know champion mastery, you know when to take fights, and you know when to gank and when to farm. Like, it doesn't get more complicated than that. If you're not an absolute monkey mechanically, that's it. That's all you need to know. Wave management is B tier, not that important. It's like, when do you push out waves? When do you let the wave freeze, slow push towards you? When do you not touch the wave, and so on? You can listen to your teammates. You don't need to master it, of course. Like, if you want to learn all these fundamentals, you can check it out in my course. And in the description, you can do exclamation mark course, everything explained in detail. I'm just talking about now how important those fundamentals are. And wave management is one of those that you should learn, and it's not that complicated, and it's very easy to learn, but it's not that insanely important as a jungler to know. You can also fuck it up completely, and it's somewhat okay, especially below diamond elo. What if I have all fundamentals but human reaction is turtle? Fine, completely fine. You can play anything that doesn't even need, for example, Cassandra. Okay, where's the reaction time on Cassandra? Okay, you need this W reaction. That's actually a bad example. Let's say Ornn. Ornn, you can tank so much without reacting properly, and you're still fine, you know. But macro still comes to challenger. I mean, his reaction is good, but even if his reaction wasn't good, he would still be able to climb. So you will always be fine. Reaction is not that big of a deal. Fundamentals are. Beautiful. Let's get to communication. Communication is not that important. You can also full mute if you're tilted and stuff, but learn and enable the perfect communication like a monk. Control your team. You have so many tools. Pigs, Chat. Body language. 2. Control your teammates to do what you want to do. When to go for objectives, when to go for gank, when to dip, when to reset. You have more control over your teammates than you think. And we say, yeah, but my bronze players don't think like that. Don't listen like that. Yeah, guess what happens when streamer goes on your account? Boom, out of a sudden they listen. Maybe it's a player diff, not an elo diff. Playing for win condition, also not that important. It is similar than communication. I would even say it's less important than communication. Learning communication is really, really important. Playing for win condition also means shadowing. That means, let's say you are the jungler and your top laner is 3 and 0 with 10 CS per minute, right? Now shadowing means that you are here, cut off, fog of war. Enemies have no vision. And then this top laner is gonna be like, we need to kill this guy. Come, please come. Jungler comes, right? And then they think they have numbers advantage. But because you're shadowing and helping your top laner playing for the win condition, you enable him. He is allowed to play very aggressive. Keeps fighting, keeps fighting, keeps fighting. And once they try to kill him, you, with your shadow, have a 2v2 situation. They engage, and you will always be winning that because your top laner is strong and both of them will die. And because of your existence, just from shadowing, your top laner is allowed to play very aggressive. Whilst if you are just bot lane chilling, then your top laner that's 3 and 0 needs to respect enemy jungler and gets pushed in himself and might even give a shutdown. I know the strengths of my champions, a lot of experience, a lot of questions you have to ask yourself, watching the good streamers, and simply reflecting. Okay, I die on the dragon. Why do I always die on the dragon? Maybe I'm not that strong at the dragon. Okay, I never die when I invade and I always get enemy camps. Maybe my champion is meant to be invading all the time. You see, you just by playing and reflecting, very important part is reflecting, you learn a lot with that. Beautiful. Next, clearing only one side mid late game is not that important. It's even less important than wave management. It's just basically a fundamental that gives you guys a tip that you don't minute 20 stop farming and keep doing your farm whilst also covering your team for potential fights. And only this fundamental goes in line. Only farm when your ADC and win condition are safe in the mid late game. If they're pushed in and they're fighting, you don't farm because they could die and you need to make sure they're fine. Optimal reset, this is a crucial. I would say it's similar with champion specific strength, also goes in line when you have like your item spikes, like legendary items, Blade of Rune King, your ult with Master Yi, when you have on your specific champion a spike that gets you stronger than enemies. If the enemies don't respect it, you get an advantage. That is what you need to take away with that. That's the optimal reset. Also, that after you cleared your camps, let's say you're here, an enemy grump is up, that you don't still reset and go for the other side because the distance is too far. And that comes also with thinking about where you can consume the most resources in a time. Fundamentals are fake. 99% of this game is about mechanics, instincts, and you don't just improve at it. You either have IQ or you don't. My brother, and that is exactly where we completely disagree. You can also share your elo, your thought process, how long you have been thinking about this, how much time you have invested into League. I personally have invested 20,000 hours plus, and I totally disagree with you. Fundamentals are easily learnable. And there are people that are stupid with low IQ that would hardcore out-climb anyone, not utilizing those to the max. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Optimal reset, fight on power spikes. Fight on power spikes is something that I see Master Yi players gank level 5. Why? Do you not just wait your ult with flash, where you're absolutely insanely strong going for bot lane? Champion specific strengths, boom, bot lane play. Now, fight on power spikes. When you have Eclipse with Lee Sin, Eclipse with Jarvan, perfection of position to fight and the enemy jungler. At the current situation, your mid lane has a power spike, boom, utilize it. Enemies don't respect it below diamond, you respect it. Because you learn it. But it's not that insanely important. I would say it's like a little bit less important than optimal resets. But this is an instinct for you guys, like when you should go for a fight. For example, Nocturne with ult, like that's a big power spike. You should fight on that. Lane priorities before objectives is similar than taking only one side, but it's more important. I would say it is a little bit less important than playing for win conditions, but it's necessary for objective timers, especially in the earlier states. It's very important. Would highly recommend it to do that. Exactly, you can learn League fundamentals in a week. Hard part is what I mentioned above. I disagree. You mean it's... Okay, now I understand what you mean. You mean the hard part is for people to learn the mechanics and the instincts. Yeah, I disagree. I think people need to... this learning and embracing are also two pair of shoes. Also important. It took me years to master those. And now because I mastered it, jungling is extremely easy for me, right? For any elo. Beautiful. Okay, so we have now all the fundamentals. This is the tier list. I hope this helps you guys. Very important. And this is it. If you have any more questions, let me know. We're gonna queue up now. Let's see if I lag or not. Okay, so you wanna cover the entrances here. We're not gonna let them walk in, so wrap off is safe. Very basic. We don't wanna put our ward. I don't think there's gonna be any cheesing. We also don't want to invade because we have Katarina. We see enemies walk up, so we instantly try to follow up. Okay, we just walk closer to this. Okay, see, nothing happens. Now we let him die. Completely fine. So Vi got the first kill. Really bad. She already reset. We stay with the ward. We're not gonna put it yet. We're chilling. And now with crit, you at best want to start chickens. So you have your chickens on the first re-clear. I will show how I'm gonna do that. You take the plant here at 4 seconds before the chickens spawn. And now you're just gonna take the small chickens. The chickens still walk away towards my mid laner. This is the closest target. Q on the last 4. Bounces. Perfect. Now you saw the threshold. You can stand here while kiting already towards your crux. Already from here, you're gonna Q the big one. And look how I hack the wall here a little bit. Make sure the small one doesn't attack me. You can copy paste that with any champion. Attack the small one once. Q. Both of them die. Auto attack. And now you kite. You see they're gonna die from the burn here still. Have your double strike for the wrap buff. Use it instantly with your E. Q. And now you don't want to smite it. You want to not smite it because you wait for your secondary rotation with E. It's faster. Look. Now E. And now you walk. Perfect. You can put 2 points in W. 2 points in Q if there's nothing, but I don't see any. I want to have 1 point in W. You insta-smite it because maybe if there's a skirmish, I want to even have 2 points in W. Only attack the big one here. Now we can do 1 double strike on the small one. Keep walking, keep walking. Small one again. And they perfectly die from the burn. Auto attack W reset. And now with E auto attack, you use your E early because you want to have your E back up on the blue buff. Even though you get only 1 double strike through with that then. One more auto attack, should die from the burn. Q with your E. And now be careful with the bush here that the enemy jungler doesn't cheese on you. But in most situations, they're not fast enough to, like, they would never be fast enough because they would need to clear themselves, right? You take the scuttle here on spawn. Perfect. We see Vi bot lane, 24 CS. So if you know, she pathed like this and then wants to clear her chicken, the bot scuttle. We consider a top lane play. Maybe not. We only go for it if we find something. We have numbers advantage. This is a big fundamental. We have Hell of Blades. We keep walking up on him. Perfect Schnoff kill. That's also really good for me to have that reset, because you need exactly that amount of gold for Crit Master Yi to have BF Sword. BF Sword is the highest gold efficiency value in the entire game for early item. That's why there's the Nocturne Yuntal build, right? And you go for Yuntal on the Crit Yi build. 4 long swords is 1.4k gold and gives you 40 AD. And 1 BF Sword gives you 40 AD as well. And raw AD damage is for jungle always the best. Always kite towards your next camp. You see? There's like an arrow. You can imagine that arrow. Constant arrow towards the next camp. You want to be as fast as possible. It's all about speed. Silly. Beautiful. Now, can we go for the dragon here or not? What do you think? Keep kiting? Okay, I'm not going for it at all. Why? Why am I not going for the dragon? Because I respect my fundamentals. I don't have numbers. You see? The enemies do have numbers. I respect it. I don't have the wave push. The other fundamental. I respect it. I don't have a big power spike. I'm level 5. I respect it. I do have good items. That would be an indicator to go for the dragon. That's why I'm considering it. And Vi is very quick at doing the dragon. So Vi should be killing the dragon early on, especially because I'm pathing topside. But I'm not going for this because I'm not in any position. Plus, this is way safer, so way more consistent. Okay, we see Vi 40 CS, I have 44. I'm already getting ahead. Now we can consider the dive, but I'm not level 6, so most likely not. Yon has level 6. Okay, maybe we can find a fight. Maybe he finds an old angle. Heimerling has no E, but does have ult, so most likely we can't do anything. But Master Yi is a fantastic tower dive champion. So as I said, we don't go for it unless we find it. And here in this position I found it. If you're unsure about this play, you don't need to go for this play, you're also completely fine. Now, longsword and dagger is better than slingshot. Because raw AD damage always, AD always higher anything. Okay? AD, raw AD leads to you being quicker on anything you do. That's why it's so simple. Is it not a big deal if you don't get first dragon? Yes, it's not a big deal. You don't need to ward bot then? No, that's not your job. You see, they got the dragon. Not a big deal. We had no position. I don't have flash. I don't have ult. I didn't have the reset. I didn't have the priority. I didn't have the control. And most junglers are going crazy. Like, I can't fight the dragon. I can't. It doesn't matter. Life is great. Everything is fantastic. We can't fight it. It's just not a game where we get the perfect position for it. We didn't have the bot lane priorities. We didn't have the vision. We don't have the setup. We are also blue side. On blue side, it's harder to get the dragon. Blue side is from playing from bottom to top. Okay, we take chickens. Then we're gonna take the red buff, and then we're gonna play towards grubbies. And now, communication, another fundamental we utilize to the max. What do we need to communicate in detail? Jungle tracking. I should have said where the enemy jungle is. Oh, by the way, I forgot about this jungle tracking about the tier list. That's also another fundamental that is very important. The enemies have numbers advantage, so I'm not gonna go for this. I'm gonna play this in basic ways. Should have said Vibot. My bad. Play grubs. I'm gonna keep it basic. You can potentially go bot lane and kill them, but I'm not gonna go for this because I don't know where Milo is. So why should I risk myself? I don't know where the enemy support is. Why should I risk it? Is it worth flashing here considering the dragon? No. You didn't see that she's on dragon. You had no information. If I knew that she was on dragon, I would have considered going for that, yeah. But it's like, when are you gonna go for this? Do you walk up and then see she's not on it and then walk back? That's extremely inefficient. Do you walk up and if she's not on it, do you take it yourself? That's not doable because it's not respecting the fundamentals and extremely risky. No, you prefer having a higher efficiency value with just clearing. You see my CS? It's 70. 70 CS minute 8. That is near, my friends, that is near perfection. And boom, best Master Yi gameplay in the entire world. Nobody in the entire world competes with our Master Yi gameplay. And this is it. This was the best. Fundamentals and correct judgment on the place. And with that, I have peace in my mind. Do we go for the top lane dive? No, because there's no wave. Another fundamental, wave management. We just take our blue buff. And then we probably reset because we have Yuntal. We reset for the power spike. As you can see, climbing is not difficult, right? You see, I have a CS advantage. I'm ahead of this Vi because I utilize every single fundamental we talked about earlier. Perfect reset. Now, where's the challenge? Game is already won because we are playing the game correctly. We reset. Now we path towards grubbies. We want to play for bot lane play. First we take grubbies, then we go for bot lane play. Beautiful. Okay, so you queue the Crux first. You don't gank bot lane. You go to Crux first because it's on your path. You see your path is like this. And then you go for chickens. Very efficient. You see enemies walked away. Okay, if they walk away, there's no gank. It's not more complicated than that. Works any elo. In my brain, I always would trust to get the Infernal Drake and not to give it up. Okay, yeah, exactly. And because you would not give it up, you would die on the Infernal Drake because enemies have bot prio and then you type, ah, fuck, my bot lane is hard losing. You see, my bot lane is hard losing 0-2. I don't care. I respect it. We want to go for a play. Is it possible? We don't know where Vi is. Very risky. There's a ward. I can't go for this. Terrible play. I can't go for this. We don't know where Vi is. Vi is missing. Vi could be right now in this bush. Caitlyn is not here. Where's my setup? I don't have flash. I have Yuntal not stacked. A terrible position. You see? And I just avoid that. They spam ping me. I listen to myself regardless. Okay, now I take Grump and now I see if there's a top lane play. We first take our camps and we only go for a gank if it's like we want it to be. Okay, let's take a look at it. Okay, looks half HP. We see Smolder here too. Very promising. We smite this. We get closer. We want to fight the Smolder if possible. Oh, there he is. Okay, I got insta 100 to 0 chain CC comboed one shot. Was not expecting the Vi to be here, honestly, because Vi has absolutely no reason to be here. It makes no sense. The entire camps are down, and there's no grubbies, there's no dragon, there's nothing. I'm very confused by Vi being here. But that's now the next thing, the nature of the champion. Now, Vi did the correct play. Okay, I mean, it's just stupid from her to being there because there's no reason for her to be there. But the point is, Vi, champion-specific strengths, is the one-shot potential. She pressed Q, I'm dead. Q, auto attack E, ult, dead. I'm dead. All on 100 to 0 insta one-shot. That's just how Vi works, right? Nothing we can do about it. Completely fine. Okay, now we can try to walk up here because there's no camp up. You see, nothing up, so I'm trying to force. Most likely we can't get anything. Okay, and now we walk away. But you see, it's getting already more action, but there's nothing we can do about it. Oh. Okay, that was a perfect combo. And we die. Okay, that's a 2v2 trade. We're 420, so that's 100% worth it. Now we come to, again, champion mastery. Which is also fundamental I didn't write down. That is not champion specific strength, that is champion mastery. Me knowing my limits very well. We got double sums from Jinx and we got 2 kills on Master Yi. That is worth it. I have another 25 gold and all my camps were down. But that was indeed worth it. We need vision on Dragon and I'm a little bit scared right now. What if when low elo teammates go mental boom, when you don't go for the first drag, they go mental boom. If the sun shines, it shines, brother. And if it rains, it rains. You have no control over it. You need to do what is correct, not what your team wants you to do. Same thing if people say, coaching clients from me come up to me say, Sinerias, I go for a gank so my team feels good. Yeah, that's the reason you're hard stuck. Okay. Sometimes you need to help them because they go absolute mental boom and you just know it, right? And then you need to help them. But that doesn't happen often. Most of the time, 95% of the time, you need to do what is correct. You see, I'm going for camps. Maybe I can go for a counter gank here. I'm going for camps because there is no play. Where can I gank? Can I go for dragon right now? I think so. Okay, now you see mid lane. Now it looks gankable. Boom. Low HP. Very high percentage of getting a kill. If Smaller walks up, he dies. He doesn't walk up. Okay, we can't do anything. We can go for dragon now, technically. Okay. He needs to get closer. Very well played from Vi. Good cover. Nothing we can do about it because Katarina forced. We could have tried to walk around, but we don't get it. I don't have electrocute. You see, it was very close. Now we push out the wave because Smolder misses the wave. We got the tower, it's insane. Smolder misses the wave. We can try to dive to Smolder here. I have Yuntal fully stacked. That's Champion's Master. Oh. Wow, this Vi is playing really well. This Vi is playing really well. Her holding the Q, waiting until I finished my Q, and then perfectly hitting me there is really impressive. Plus, I was not expecting the Smolder to have Tunnela and Ruby Crystal. Maybe he just bought it there, and he also has Grasp of the Undying. And that explains why I was not able to dive him. Beautiful. So, you see? I love this. Doing some mistakes, but because enemies are playing extremely well. Yet still, I'm very ahead of this Vi, even though this Vi plays extremely well. My team wants to go for play. Do we have numbers advantage? It's even numbers. Doesn't look too promising. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Vi Gold went for the play. Didn't respect that we have the bot wave pushed. You know the fundamental, you first push out the waves. For Vi, that was not given nor possible. That was a bad play. Beautiful. I'm gonna carry this and show you how to play this. It's not an easy stomp, as I always want to not show easy stomps. As most of the games I play below Master here should be easy stomps. I'm getting pinked as well. Beautiful. It's really beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. We want this. Now, we can try to get enemy jungle now because Vi was bot side. She was very busy. Okay, Vi could be here though. Need to be a bit careful. We want to get out here as soon as possible. We got the wrap up already and we're out. Vi is very slow on her clear. She's not that strong champion specifically on her clear, but she's good at bursting someone down, right? Okay, there's a fight. Now she ulted me. Let's focus her. Okay, I should have focused Jinx immediately. If I insta-attack Jinx, we win that. Was also pretty deep on that play. And was very free if we had insta follow-up. There's no way the enemies can fight me. But I also got exhausted from the Braum. Should have played it. And also I wasn't expecting the Braum to be that insanely tanky already. After the Viking, we could have considered to also dip. With lethal tempo, we win that, by the way. If I was on it, we would have won that play the way we played this here. With crit, we're just scaling later. Like, I will have infinity, I will be strong soonish. Beautiful. Now, keep in mind, guys, I'm doing a bootcamp in Greece. Beginning of August. That's gonna be already next month. I'm very looking forward to this. And there are still 2 more places available. It's very spontaneous, but if you want a vacation with getting coaching, I would be very happy if you join. I'm trying to have a beautiful time, beautiful vacation, and we're gonna do a lot of live coaching and personal development. Right now we are 8 people, so we are already pretty booked and pretty stacked. But if you want to join there, make sure to message me on Discord. It is in the description. You can do ! Discord and join me on the bootcamp to get nice coaching and nice time. We're going Jinx, Focus her. And that you should always attack the minion as I do here. Okay, front to back, slow. Wait with the Q a little bit. Damage, output, burst. Vi cannot kill me because we have numbers advantage. We have big fundamentals. Oh, there he is. I thought, where did the Heimerdinger go? I was thinking, is the peak get cancelled or something? Perfect. And now, what you want with Crit Master specifically, also with On It, but with Crit it's even more the case, you want to take every single kill. Stop taking kills from me, even though we have Katarina. We want to have the kills. We're gonna have... Okay, that's a beautiful reset of Infinity as well. I'm not the main character this game. I'm generally speaking surprised. This is like the highest quality Platinum Emerald game I've played probably in the last 500 games. Yeah. Very high quality. I'm getting ulted. That is... Okay, never mind actually. And that's a bad ult. Why is it a bad ult? Because she doesn't have cover. Vi, you remember the play on top side where she one-shot me? That is just because she had backup from Smolder. If Smolder wasn't there, it was easy. I always go in Yuntal first on Crit Master here. Always go Yuntal, yes. Because Yuntal is the highest gold efficiency from all games. We have Infinity. With Infinity, now we use the next fundamental. Fighting on power spikes. So with Infinity and Yuntal fully stacked, I have 50% crit. I am starting to one-shot people already. I one-shot them when I have Mortal Reminder especially. But I am going to, with even numbers, win already. Exactly what you should do with Udyr and Hecarim when you permanently invade on even numbers because they're unfightable, right? Now we walk up, we want to find the Vi. See my damage output? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you win the game with fundamentals. Now, it's getting macro-wise as well, but that is just champion mastery. Also absolutely learnable. Yeah, you don't crash the tower here. You're gonna go for mid lane T2 at best. That is what you... What the fuck is that? My cursor legit didn't work, okay? My cursor didn't work, okay, guys? It's not my fault. Ah! Okay, big shutdown for them. Terrible. I don't know why the Herald didn't drift further. Sometimes the Herald drifts a little bit, sometimes the Herald drifts a lot. And in 99% of the cases, the Herald drifts like I want to, and then all of a sudden he doesn't drift the way it does. That's crazy. My bad, I should have... Next time I try to drift a little bit better. We got this. An ally has been slain. Okay, doesn't look good. Katarina's fed. Now we play with win condition. Caitlyn, Milio, Yone all completely useless. They're fine. Yone is scaling and he's 30 CS ahead. But we want to play with Katarina. I'm 9 kills. Okay, we're gonna go Crux into Atakan. Let's see if he pings me still, huh? Little piggy. It's so funny because I experience this every time and it's so hilarious for me. Every time I do like an unranked to master series, an educational game in any elo, or play on my main account, I always get flamed. Am I that bad at the game? Sorry, I only got rank 1, you know, like sorry. This Milio, I'm playing right now on Platinum Emerald, and this guy is flaming me. I'm legit challenger since 8 years, and I'm playing my main iconic champion, and I'm explaining, and I'm focused, whilst I am explaining, not distracted IRL or gank. And I'm getting spam pinged and flamed. It is hilarious, and I enjoy this. And you guys shall not be tilted if you are getting flamed. Because as you can see, it happens to anyone all the time, no matter who you are. So please focus on yourself, focus on your improvement, on all the tasks and what you can do better, and also how I review it. Emilio? Hi. I wanna go voice with him so badly. I wanna talk with him. And he has like no idea. Okay, now we want to go for fight with our win condition, Katarina. So we stay with her at best. She got a kill because we are in a position to protect. Oh, this is a terrible engage because I don't know where the enemies are. Okay, Heimerdinger has no ease. Oh, I should not have run into... Yes, I survived it. Big gap. I should have not ran into the Jinx E, my bad. I want Amelia to come voice with me. We got more reminder, really big. And now, third item, we want to play with that fundamental power spike as well. They're gonna be wrap up into chickens, into Den with Katarina playing for Dragon Baron. This Milo really has some issues. I'm gonna add him afterwards and try to get to voice with him. He needs to calm down a little bit. Oh, he wants FF now. This is the most average Emerald player. True stronghold. Playing Melio support and going absolute mental boom whilst he's getting carried. And bot lane was hard losing. He thinks it again. This is huge. No, I didn't get the reset. Let's end it. Okay, we learned a lot of fundamentals to cover, and now let's end the game ASAP. Let's end the game ASAP on this push at best. A lot to cover, a lot to learn. I hope this helped you a lot, this educational game here. You got to Q flash me. Yeah, but not on my watch. Little boy, sit down. GG easy. Wait. I'm not gonna... No, I'm not gonna type this because I want to add the Emilio. And now we want to have a conversation. GG.